Hey guys, Relic here. We're going to just have a quick update video. Seeing as how I haven't put out videos in like, what, 2 months now? That's quite a problem. But let's talk real fast about the channel and what's going on, what to expect, etc., etc. So, um, I'm kind of busy. It's a motivational issue and just having like the finding the time to really sit down and edit. I just don't have like a crazy amount of time for editing, and it's very hard to like sit down and edit things that I'm not really enjoying. That I don't think is very good. It's like I've thrown out a lot of videos. I'll tell you that I've thrown out a whole bunch of videos because I just don't think they're good. And I was like, let's just get rid of this. It's not useful. So that's a problem with some of the series. Some of the series that's an issue with some series is that they're very daunting to me in the amount of editing that I have to do for some of them because I have issues of whatever description. They're not, or I feel like they're not very good, but I still, it's like I recorded all this footage. I need to do something with it. Otherwise, like, what was I doing, That's part of some things as well. So what you can expect in coming up for the channel, I think that by the time you see this, I've probably put out two things, hopefully. A Flash game and a new video, a new test of a series to see what's up. So hopefully I've done that, and that's what I'm going to talk about right now. So there's a couple of series that are going to eventually come out. Like there's a series coming out soon, but it's got a lot of, it's a pretty daunting task. It's got a lot of editing to do. Partially because I didn't time the episodes, so like they'll be like there's like a 3 hour long video that I have to deal with. Essentially, it's like ugh. So that's an issue. Um, there's some other stuff. Just there's a lot of editing required for certain things, and so those will eventually come out. But it's a lot. It's. I wouldn't expect it for a while. Those things got some time to. Those things are tough. I'll revisit Kessen II pretty soon, even though I don't have the setup that I wanted for it. I have a new microphone and all this other stuff. I've purchased it all, but it's like this room just isn't conducive to setting all of that up and working with it. So we're just going to keep doing the microphone that we were using, which I don't particularly like, but it's serviceable, and we'll finish Kessen II with that microphone just so that that's done, so that it's not on the back burner for forever. So we'll get that done and out of the way, okay? Pretty soon. I'm going to start recording that maybe on Friday. I was thinking of doing something with that on Friday. Today's Wednesday, just the 13th, just to give you guys a time frame of when this is being recorded. Not that it's particularly relevant, but I want to get that done so that it's not sitting there on the back burner waiting to be finished. So that will be, I'll start working on that in the coming weeks, and it'll come out again, like I said, probably before the end of this month. That's the plan, tentatively at this moment for Kessen II. I've just downloaded Romance of the Three Kingdoms 11 to this PC because this is my new PC, so I can start recording that again and maybe putting that out. We were almost done with what we were doing on that, so again, that's just going to be a process of finishing out something that we started so that it's not on the back burner indefinitely. And that shouldn't be too bad to do because, again, we were at the very end of the game, basically. Like, a lot of it I'm doing off screen to just finish off some weak forces and then eventually show that ending and all that. And that's just, so that's not too bad. I mean, there's going to be a crazy confrontation with Zhao in that one, and that's going to probably be a couple of episodes of awesome. But we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that won't be too bad editing wise. If I'm just showing certain things, because it actually kind of got easier editing wise. Because I was just like, I don't need any of this shit. I don't need to like show any city management or any of that nonsense. I can just cut all that shit out because we've already seen it. That's the lovely part of having done a season, I guess I called it, of this prior. It was like I actually don't have to show this. People know what's up. They've seen the first playthrough. They know what's up, so I can just kind of skip all that. It's really nice. I mean, I still showed the startup, but that's what. Anyway, so will hopefully start. I'll start making strides to that, but I'm focusing on just finishing up Kessen II first, and then I'll work on Romance of the Three Kingdoms 11 after that. Before that, however, or in the meantime, I have some projects that I'm going to be putting out. A lot of it is just going to be shorter videos, like just one-off videos or just short things. So like a flash game, for instance, that I can record in an hour, and it just just short and sweet, and I can just put that out. That's kind of where we're gonna start going for just a little while, just so that we can get videos out. I'm looking to put out 1 to 2 videos a week. I know that's like really pathetic, but I just want to start getting something that's like something out that's manageable for me to do, so just so that there's something going on this channel, and and keeping it manageable for me, and hopefully doing just either easy to edit videos or just videos I really want to do, because that's what I'm going to start focusing on for a while, because that will just be easier for me. Long gone are the days where I was spending like 4 hours editing stuff and doing that kind of stuff. Long gone are those days. Now we're into the lazy Relic tide days. We're the unmotivated Relic. So we're gonna work around that principle, do some easier videos for a while, and finish up Kessen II at kind of more of a leisurely pace, a less stressful pace, and then it'll get done. I think a lot of it is just I keep worrying about these videos and these edits and stuff, and I just get kind of like almost. I think it's more daunting because of just the constantly worrying about like I gotta get this done, I gotta get this out there. If I just stop worrying about shit, it might be a lot easier to do. If I just worry about like I'll just do it when I feel like doing it, I think that'll be better. And what, I feel like playing this today. Why don't I play this? Maybe that kind of stuff will just make it a little better for me. And that's so yeah. So we're gonna have a couple of smaller things coming out, and some things that you might not be too interested in, but yeah, maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't, but it's just I'm gonna be putting it out because I have it and I like it. In terms of I liked making it at the very least. Like for instance, Overwatch. Even though that's not a great series and no one really wants to see it, I have a few Overwatches. I'm gonna put them out. They're not like the best, but hey, I enjoyed playing it. It wasn't too bad to make them, honestly, just because of the way I did it. So it wasn't like the worst thing to make them. I say them, even though I only have one done. So at the very least, one will come out. I don't know how good that one is, but again, just kind of want to get something out. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, finally, to wrap this up, I just want to let you know. I want to talk about the new series that I was doing, just really briefly, and that's the I don't know what it's going to be called yet, but Kiss has suggested like Relic Ties Rumble or Relic's Rumble or something like that, and I'm like, that's really not a good name, just because it's a little too, I don't know, too gimmicky. Not really gimmicky, but it's too silly. I kind of I want it to be a little bit more serious. Relic's Rumble kind of just reminds me of like of that one announcer who I can't remember. But it's like Relic Ties Rumble. Like that's what it will always remind me of, which could be funny to only me. But we're not, for now we'll just call it I'm just calling it like Relic Ties Picks or something like that. It's just a quick MMA thing where I give you who I'm basically I'm it's a sports betting show where I'm just like, these are some good people to bet on, and here's why, and here's who I'm betting on specifically. Here's who I'm most confident about, and we're gonna see how that goes. The idea. The first episode was kind of a long one. That was just introduction and talking about the sites I use and things like that, as well as doing the picks for UFC Till versus Masvidal, UFC London Till versus Masvidal. From now on, it's gonna be a shorter episode because I'm just gonna be talking about the picks, so it'll be a little bit easier to watch those, and we'll see how that goes. I plan on doing at least 3 or 4 of them, and those aren't going to be necessarily once a week. They're just once a UFC. I plan on doing every UFC. I was planning on that, but looking at it, I might just do pay-per-views. We'll see how that goes. But for right now, I'm definitely doing 2 tests, which was this week and next week. Those are both test episodes to just kind of figure some things out. The week after that, and the one after that are kind of more of like the first two real episodes. That's the plan, at least. Um, and after four episodes, I'll kind of see what the reception is. If and you know, because if it's not received very well, I probably won't continue it, or I'll like limit it only to pay per view. We'll see how it goes. So we'll see what the reception of this new series is, and I want to see, and obviously my picks have to actually be correct. If I just suck, if I'm just doing terrible, if all my picks are wrong or something, like I'm not helping anybody at that point. So I'll just stop. If I'm not helping people, if it's not actually going to be a useful tool for people, then I'm just going to stop. So really, it's dependent upon my picks being correct, and I've made money on basically every UFC, you know. This last one was like the first UFC in a couple of months that I lost a little bit of money on, and I was kind of like, well, damn. So hopefully that'll be a useful tool for people if you're interested in betting. I don't think most people who watch my channel are, but I just want to see how that format goes, and I want to play with that format and see what's up. There might be some other projects down the pipe. I'll talk more about those if they are coming out. But for now, that's it. That's all I wanted to let you guys know, that the channel isn't dead, that I am working on stuff, that I will be getting to things pretty soon. Sorry that this was like a little bit long of a video. Hopefully I can trim it down a little bit. But anyway, thank you for listening. Some stuff's on the way. Thank you for subscribing, for being around and sticking with me. Sorry that it's kind of gone this way, that I've stopped being productive. Sorry about that. Maybe we can change that in the future, but I'm gonna try for once a week at the very, very least. Okay, and hopefully that'll, at the very, very least once per week, plus that new show for a little bit, and we'll see how things go. Okay. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for watching, and yeah.